either.
No, I know what FUBAR is, but and
FUBAR.
RTFM, but not the glasses.
So these are called BCGs. These are birth control glasses.
Birth control devices.
Yeah.
Glasses. There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
because they're so hideous, you know, it keeps the ladies away. Now
Mine
the story
are not.
behind
Mine are certified, so we're good.
so the so the story behind BCGs are in boot camp you get if you need glasses, they'll give you these big, tough, ugly portholes, you know, to so that you don't break them.
Mine are certified, so we're good.
What's that?
So what are they safety glasses in the
Well, they're kind of they're just tough glasses, right? And they
cool. Rock and roll. Okay, BCGs, buddy. Let's go.
Yep.
All right.
And then the 5 Ps. Hold on. The 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
What's the 6 P, Louis?
Oh, that's if you want to get a little more R-rated. That's proper preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Piss poor performance. Absolutely.
6 Ps, baby. 6 Ps.
All right. Every military person should know these, right?
That's right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Duh. It's a foundation. It's what the country is built on. The 5 P. The 5 Ps.
Right.
And BCGs.
I don't think BCGs
and
is the country, brother.
What's up?
All right. So, hey, man, real quick, I want to, I guess, talk about IRRLs, which, if anybody doesn't know what IRRL is, what does it mean, Luis?
Interest rate reduction refinance loan.
And who cares?
Military loves acronyms.
Why do you like IRRLs? What's the deal with IRRLs? Why is IRRL so special?
IRRLs are special. No appraisal required. No income verification required. Once you have, the beauty about the VA home loan is that once you have it, you can refinance it with an IRRL. You don't need to re-verify your income, or you don't need to re-verify the appraised value unless you have to cash out. Like you can do a VA cash out.
Okay.
But if you just need to refinance want to refinance because the rates drop, bam, no appraisal.
So as long as you're not changing the terms, basically you're just refinancing the money that you had in there for the same different term, whatever, just rate and term with no extra, stuff on there. Okay. But it's also FHA also has IRRL too, right?
Yeah, they have a streamlined FHA. Yeah, they have something similar. There's a couple of more gooder benefits to the VA.
Okay. What are the gooder benefits?
Well, one of them is let's just say that you buy that condo, right? And 2 years ago, and the rates were high, but then you moved out, you bought your new home using the VA home loan. And you can have 2 VA loans at the same time, and you can rent your departing residence, and then buy another property with a VA loan. So both VA loans. Now, let's just say that the rates dropped.
Okay.
Well, you can still do an IRRL on the rental property.
Okay. So wait,
did you get that?
How about my eligibility requirements? Because I know first of all, what about the COE? Certificate of eligibility. Do you still require that on an IRRL or no?
Yeah, but it's but you just renew what you already have. It's really simple.
Okay, cool.
But once you have the COE, it's there. I mean, it's for the life of for lifetime.
Okay, so that basically it means reduced paperwork. All I got to do is just put your name in there, your social, and get you the new documents for your new interest rate, which is a lot lower, I'm assuming, than what you had previously.
Yep. And I love that. That's a perfect segue to why veterans seem to be targeted for scams. Okay. Because IRRLs are so easy. Oh, it's like just sign here basically. And some veterans unfortunately do. And that's why I'm on here talking about it. That's why I try to educate veterans, realtors, anybody that will listen about this, because you get that you get like 20 notices. I mean, me as a veteran, I get like 20 notices in the mail sometimes a week on, hey, refinance now. And then it looks official and you're like, oh my God, what's going on? Oh, cool. Oh, I can get a 3.99% interest rate,
It's
which is
always some
fake,
teaser
by the way.
rate. It's always some crazy rate.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of those, there's been cases where they're phishing. It's not even a legitimate company. They're just trying to get the social date of birth. They're just trying to get private, personal information so that they can, then I don't know, do something with that information with that.
Okay, so that's why I have that scrolling at the bottom, because I want anybody to know that they can contact you or me, and we can get them the right information at any time. Okay, but
Yeah.
make sure you're not getting scammed into this, and that's why I make sure I want to have my contact information, your contact information down here, and also Lou, you served where, in what branch?
I served in the Marine Corps, but this is not about what I did. It's about what we
Okay,
can do for veterans.
nice, I
Okay.
love it.
How we
But
can
I want
keep
to just
them.
say that you were part of the military and that you are a trusted companion. I've been with you since what, 98. So I know you a
Gotta
lot,
go way
and
back,
I hope
right?
other people know you as well, which I'm sure they do based on what we've seen so far. So it's good stuff. But anyway, I want to make sure our numbers are down there. So if you have any questions, guys, you can always reach out. Right now, we're also taking questions on any of the channels. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, hit me up with questions, guys. Hit Lou up with questions. This is a critical time. But Lou, give me some examples of why these scammers are targeting vets. What's going on with this? Why? Why vets? Why not me?
Well, I mean, they can't target you as well. I guess it's a numbers game, right? For the most part, veterans, because of the military training, they tend to have better jobs. They're more reliable at the workplace. They have reliable, stable income, and then they have like the benefits of the GI Bill, which basically pays veterans to go for them to go to school. So really, they have all the tools needed to succeed and get that nice, high-paying job. Great credit profiles for the most part,
Nice.
unless they're deploying. Then things get a little weird. But for the most part, statistically, they have better incomes, better, stronger work ethic. They're just more stable. They're more reliable. So
I was gonna
yeah,
say work ethic is a huge deal, especially if you've been in the military. You're disciplined and you
yeah.
are just, how to do your job and you do it well and you just keep coming back every single day to do the same damn thing and keep it up. So I mean
You
that's
just
that's a
keep
huge deal.
grinding. You just keep grinding. So eventually that obviously pays off. And yeah, statistically they become targets. Like scammers see that, they're like, oh, let's just target this entire group. And it's easy because most of them have, you know, they have money, basically. They have reliable income. So
Right. And then everybody who's watching it, we talked about this a few days ago, was that social security number leak.
oh my God.
2.9 billion records, including your name, your social, your address, your date of birth, all out there on the dark web. And I want to reiterate that everybody should be calling Experian. You need to call TransUnion. You need to call Equifax right now and get your credit frozen if it's not already frozen. Number one. Number two, LifeLock doesn't pay for anything here. We're not sponsors, but I think you should subscribe to a LifeLock or
Yeah.
another credit monitoring system so that you can get this on lockdown and know if anybody's applying for credit in your name. So do that right away. And this is such a big deal, Lou. I mean, this is on the dark web, right? And so now you got military information as well, like where you served and how long you served, whatever. All the information from your COE is essentially public knowledge as well at this point. So it's key, I think, for us to all be vigilant, right?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of barriers on the COE. Like you have to have a login to the VA portal to get in. So, I mean, it's pretty secure, but you just never know. I mean, they broke into the Social Security Administration office. What's keeping these crooks from
That's not supposed to be
break?
broken into, man.
Yeah, yeah. So you just never know nowadays. So yeah, LifeLock have some extra layers of protection.
Okay, hey man, give me some red flags, brother. What are some red flags that should be watching out for in case they get a piece of mail, in case they get a phone call from somebody they don't know and saying, "Hey, I know you have a loan from a VA, and I want to interest you in an IRRRRRRRL."
And Irrrl. I, I'm so glad you asked because if you see the 3.99% interest rate, or even 4.99% interest, 30-year fixed and free, 2 months free.
Keep it real.
Anytime you hear the word free, it's not free. That's a marketing little scheme, because it's wrapped into the interest rate somehow, some way. This 3.99%, they'll say, oh, well, that's if you pay $40,000. I mean, they'll come up with a reason why it's not. So yeah, if it sounds too good to be true,
It usually is.
it probably is too good to be. Yeah. So those are the things to look out for. If you get that 4.99 right now, it's a 4.99% interest rate, bold letters, it's confidential, important, time sensitive. If you see those kind of trigger words, yeah, it's not going to be good.
Okay. Let's see. So what about how do you protect yourself? Well, besides signing up for LifeLock and freezing your credit, how else can you protect yourself?
Well, I want to say, God, from well, how else? I don't know. It's if you got LifeLock, I mean, you're good. If you have know who you're working with, right?
Right.
So if you get a notice in the mail, yeah, it's probably not going to be good. Find a local lender or find somebody you know and trust. Like, know, and trust, right? Pretty simple. So yeah, trust is important.
Right.
You have to be reputable. You have to be out there and know what you're talking about. If it's just some no-name lender, like I don't know, XYZ Mortgage, that you've never heard of, that's tough. You don't know if they're real.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
What about if you or I call somebody and they say, hey man, we're ready to refinance you because we know you have a veteran's loan. What should they do to verify us?
Google them. Google. Shoot. There's so much information out. Hey, Luis Renteria, VA loans. Bam. It better be filled with the first page of the Google search. If it's filled, then likely it's real. He's not working out of the trunk of his car. Same thing with you. I Google you, you're like all over the place. And that's just from working, right? We're working, we're posting videos, we're educating. So your name's going to pop up, and then it's easy to kind of track you down and see if you're legit or not. And that's it. I mean, that's all you can really do.
All right. And then our company has initiated a lockdown on our passwords. I just had to change my password. We used to have like every 6 months. Now it's every like 30 days. And that's 15 characters, man. I got to keep coming up with words. I can't keep coming up with long phrases anymore. And I can't use my first, like, last name. So last one was life is good, 16753. And I'm done. I don't know what to put anymore. But anyway, I think changing your passwords every 30 days, even to your bank accounts, I think is a smart idea. For anybody, right? Not just anybody.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that point out. But yeah, the passwords. I mean, Google does a pretty good job with like giving you that like 30 characters long. But what if they break into your Google?
And they broke into Social Security, so you don't think Google's on the mixed list here, man. So, and also I have LastPass on mine. So LastPass is pretty cool. Fingerprint or face authentication, and then all my kind of general passwords are stored. They say that LastPass, your master password is never stored on their servers, so you're the only one that has that. So if you ever lose that, there go all your passwords. So that's kind of a cool thing. Password manager, I think, is key on your phone or on your two-factor authentication devices to have as well. But yeah, keep changing your passwords, guys. My dad's getting older, so he's getting a lot more phone calls and scam messages as well, on text. And once your number's out there on the dark, if you respond to one of those text messages, it's over. So if you're getting, this is the typical stuff they teach you in corporate world, right? Yeah, you take these classes about, the Social Security or whatever, actually internet security. Just make sure you're not getting scammed. Just in general, just be sensible about the information you give people. Don't click on links you don't know in your emails or on your phone, right?
Right. There's the what's that name of that website? And I use it a lot actually with my clients. Opt out prescreen.com.
Optoutprescreen.com. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's FTC approved and all that. So it's legit. Enter your name, phone number, email, What else? Social and date of birth. Got to enter all of those. It's legit. Okay. I know it might sound a little scary, but it's legit, and it will put you on the do not call list
Well,
and
what
get you.
happens? Let's talk about trigger leads, right? So people
Oh
subscribe
my
to
God.
people who are getting their social security number run for any kind of credit card, car loan, house loan, whatever it is. And you will know. So those people who subscribe to this thing, it's called a trigger alert. They'll know when you pull your credit. And once you do, you're going to get
80
1,000 phone calls.
calls. 80 calls a day. It's crazy. Yeah. I don't know if it's Experian or Equifax. One of those two. They sell this as a lead. They'll sell it to any bank or
Multiple
any, I
revenue
don't know
streams.
who.
Yeah,
I
as
don't know
soon as
who.
you run credit. So I always advise my clients before we run credit, I make sure just jump on opt.prescreen.com, register with those guys, put yourself on a 5-year do not call list, and be done with it. Otherwise, your number is out there. Not only your number, your name, your social number is out there. How much loan you're applying for, where you applied for it. It's insane.
Yeah, they basically do a soft pull. They're able to do a soft pull on your credit profile, and now yeah, your information is out there. So auto loans or banks that do auto loans, they'll be calling you, and whatever else, the transfer, the credit card transfer. That's how come you get those notifications or those mailers. Oh, transfer your balance and get 0 interest for the first
No
6 months.
payments till 2026.
Yeah, all of that.
Not
Well,
around anymore.
yeah, it's because of that. And with it, I mean, some of it, I guess there's some good intentions behind it, but within that mix, you get phishing scams, right? So it's kind of
Phishing with a
scary.
P, P-H-I-S-H.
Phishing,
Yeah,
phishing,
phishing,
phishing. What are you, Filipino now? Phishing.
phishing.
Uh,
Hey, Lou, also, let me ask you this. Do you have any other organizations or sites that veterans can use to kind of opt out, or resources they have for helping them out?
LuisRenteria.com. Go to my website. I have a
You need to go
veterans.
there. If you haven't gone there, it's an amazing website, full. I mean, chock, just brimming. It's overflowing with information. So, Luis, I commend you on putting that site together. It's amazing. And actually, starting next week, we're going to be doing one a day on Thursdays, I think, right? A VA series where we're doing like a class, right? So 101, starting from step 1, step 2, step 3, and all the way down to the end of your loan. I want you guys to join us, please. And tell your friends, tell all your friends about this, because it's important. We want you to get your benefits, and we want you to get it straight. We don't care if you use us, please. If you do, that's great. But we want you to have that information on your fingertips, and ready to go. And we're here to answer questions anytime. You can reach me or Luis anytime. And Luis is in Texas, so he's on Central Time. But
I'm on anytime. I'm on international time.
Hit me up at 11 o'clock at night. I don't care. I want to answer your questions. I want to make sure you got what you need to succeed.
I'm so glad you brought that up too. Like, it wasn't supposed to go in this direction, but let me give you a really quick statistic. 13% of veterans that 13% of veterans that are able to buy use their VA home loan benefits. Does that make sense?
Only 13%?
Only 13%. So you got 100 veterans that bought a house last year. Let's just say last year. Okay. Only 13% of them use their VA home loan benefits.
Why are veterans not using their VA benefits? I don't understand that, Lou.
Why? You tell me. Do you know? You have
they don't know.
Idea?
Probably they have no idea about they don't have any idea about their benefits. Maybe
they have sort of an idea. They're familiar with it, but they don't know enough. And the realtor comes in. If the realtor isn't savvy, if the realtor doesn't understand these loans, and they refer them to another lender that doesn't understand them, they say, no, you know what? Don't go VA because they take too long. They're not good. They're difficult. Why don't you go with a conventional? Why don't you go with an FHA loan? And there's nothing wrong with a conventional or an FHA loan. But if you're coming in with no down payment or 3.5% down,
I disagree with you. Actually, there's everything wrong. I would rather have you go with a VA loan than a regular conventional loan. Dude, it's insane, the pricing difference. I mean, I think it's like almost 1% better if you're a veteran. Yep. So if you're not using the VA benefits, I think you're missing out on so much of that boat.
Yeah.
For your Navy guys out there.
So yeah, they get misdirected, misled into an FHA loan, which now you have mortgage insurance, and you got that upfront.
Wait. Can you hit the pause button? What do you mean mortgage insurance? So you don't have mortgage insurance on VA loans?
No, VA, you can go 0 down with no mortgage insurance. It doesn't have mortgage insurance. Minimum FICO score. There is no minimum FICO score, actually. The VA does not have a set minimum FICO score.
If you're not using the VA benefits, guys, you are missing so much on this. So much.
Well, yeah. What is that? 80. I can't do math. 13%. 87. 87% of veterans that have bought in the last year have not.
Just round down, man. 9 out of 10, dude. So,
yeah.
9 out of 10. One of you guys is using it, 9 of you guys are not.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You put it in. That's so sad.
Yeah, it is.
It's
honestly,
so
and this is, you already paid for this, guys. You already earned this. You need to redeem your ticket. Okay. So yeah, definitely. If it's not us, you don't need to talk to Luis or me. Go talk to somebody right down the street from you guys. If they're doing VA loans, if they're unknowledgeable about it, talk to them. Don't care. I just want you to use your benefits. That's honestly really one of the biggest messages I want to get across here.
That's right. And one of the latest reasons why they didn't go with their VA home loan is, I'm buying a $2.5 million home. So I have to put 20% down. And, I wish I didn't have to put that much down. Well, the VA doesn't have a loan limit. You can buy I have a pre-approval right now at $4.5 million, 0 down, 4.5 million in Los Gatos. They're shopping in Los Gatos, Saratoga. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason not to. There's no loan limits, no MI, lowest rates in the market. I mean, it's incredible. And this is something that the veteran already earned when they signed on that line, which was dotted, payable with and up to their life. So you earned it as a veteran. Get after it.
You don't have to reach out to Luis or myself. If you trust somebody else, go for it. But just do it, man. Get out there and use your benefits, guys. Seriously, you guys put the time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. Rock it. Take advantage of it. Okay, Luis, tell me about. You guys we have buy down programs also, correct? On the veterans.
Yeah, well, it's just typical buy down. You could do a 3, 2, 1 buy down. You can do a temporary buy down and a permanent buy down. Same thing.
I like the temporary buy downs. A lot of people I've been on the conventional side of things. I've been doing a lot of buy downs this past year, and now I'm turning around and refinancing those because it's an amazing opportunity. But so that 3.99% interest rate you were talking about, you could probably get a 3.99 with a buy down program.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's how they scam, right? It's misleading. They'll say, 3.99 for the first year, then the second year is 4.99, then the fifth year or the third year is it goes up to the 5.9 or whatever, 6.99. It goes up 1% every year. So are they technically lying? No, but it's a little misleading. It's like, this is a temporary. It's kind of like the teaser rate with that credit card transfer your balances and pays 0 interest for the first 12 months. Well, same thing. Very similar.
Okay. All right. Luis, let's talk about some final thoughts here. What do veterans really need to do to look out for themselves? Number one, how to get smart and figure out if they're not getting scammed. What do you recommend?
First off, talk to an actual professional that knows VA loans, preferably a veteran, right? Veterans helping veterans. I mean, hello, like we already understand veterans, so why not? 2, talk to like the local nonprofit organization. If you have absolutely nobody, talk to the local nonprofit organizations, the veteran nonprofit organizations. They have really good contacts, like the American Legion, the VWF, the
VFW.
I'm sorry, VFW. My dyslexia kind of, and it will combine with ADHD hit at the same time. ADH. Yeah, I was trying to do it. Like the BLS report, I keep calling it the BSL report. But you know what? That one is true because it's a bunch of BS, right? The BS live report. Anyways,
that's tomorrow, dude. But I have a lot of opinions on that number.
That you can get passionate about that. Bunch of BS.
Yeah.
L.
There you go. All right, Luis. Final thoughts here. Let's see. So
Buy a house, veteran. If you're a veteran and you have not used your VA home loan, use it. Get into a home. I mean, it's cheaper to buy a home than to rent. If I show you the comparison and illustrate what the difference, how much it really costs you to rent, you would be floored. You'd be so surprised. Be like, damn. And you know, it's kind of like, think of it this way. It's kind of like planting that lemon tree, right? You're like, damn, I wish I would have planted that lemon tree so I can have lemons now.
And lots of lemons. Yes.
Yeah. Well, guess what? You got to plant it first. So that, you know, it's going to take 5 years for it to really like give you that benefit, but you know, it will. So again, I go back to when is the best time to buy a house? 5 years ago. Right?
5 years ago. Luis, I want to also say that if you don't know any veterans that are realtors and you want to work with a realtor who's a veteran, please reach out to Luis or myself. We have really great realtor partners. Both Luis and I do. They're amazing and they're veterans, and I'd love to help them out as well if we could.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to stay in the group, essentially, you know, keep it in the family. We'd love to get you guys a veteran realtor who's served the country and is, you know, give them some business as well. I'd love to do that. So if you need somebody to talk to, reach out to Luis or myself, and we've got lots of realtor friends who are veterans, and I'd love to send the business their way as well.
Yep. As a matter of fact, we have a national network of veterans, veteran lenders, and veteran real estate agents to help.
And I'm super excited about this this next series we're going to be doing all the way to Veterans Day and even after Veterans Day, but we're going to culminate at Veterans Day. Please tell your friends, your vet partners out there, anybody you've served with, to log on. It's going to be on Thursdays around this time, so 4 o'clock. So please look out for that on LinkedIn. Look out for it on YouTube. Look out for it on Facebook as well. We'll be talking about everything VA. So we'll start from step 1, what you need to do, all the way to step 12, whatever it is you need to do, okay? From your certificate of eligibility, understanding that. And I want to see your questions in here, guys. I know you got questions, because if only 10% is using this stuff, that means the rest of you guys don't know about it. So if you don't know about it, let's get educated, guys. The only way you're going to beat this thing down is get to know it, okay? And I want to put this in your laps and help you understand it and help you take advantage of it.
Bam. Couldn't have said it better.
Bam. There it is.
I love it. Yeah. And we're going to go over, like, each segment is going to be, one of them is going to be on credit. One of them is going to be income requirements. One of them is going to be what the COE is, what your eligibility is, all of that stuff. So we're going to go line by line. And then the myths.
Bring your questions. I want to hear your questions. I want to know that you have some kind of question to ask us, because we got so many answers for you guys.
Yeah. Like one common one, you know, I served in the Vietnam War era, but I never used my VA home loan benefit. I heard it expires. Well, absolutely not. And then I want to get into the details of those types of questions.
I love it. Love it. All right. Luis, how do we get a hold of you?
LuisRenteria.com.
Okay. Any phone numbers?
It's scrolling right there.
Right on there, scrolling at the bottom. All right. Me, Ramin XDR. Find me on Ramin Real Talk on YouTube or on LinkedIn or on Facebook. Okay, all over the place, along with my buddy Luis right here. All right, guys. I hope you're enjoying our videos, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow with Jared Marlowe. It's mind blowing what's happening in the economy right now. And tomorrow, Jackson Hole. It's a big deal. So we've got the Fed chairman. He's going to announce some stuff that he thinks is going on, and the Fed is going to talk about missing the mark on the BLS report. Luis,
somebody's head needs to roll on that. Seriously,
you know, 3 million. Let's say there are 3 million jobs. They missed the mark by 1 million. That's 35%, 33%, whatever. They missed the mark by 35%. Okay, so
you know what? Relax. Your blood pressure is going up.
Sorry,
hold on.
I'm a low vessel right here.
Breathe. You know, box breathing.
USA.
Okay. USA. You're gonna USA. You're gonna be good. Tomorrow we talk about it. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Bumper music. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already.